Hey guys, it's Destiny.Lashay here, and today I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be coming to y'all with an Airforce story time. I'm going to be telling y'all about my second time at MEPs. So I realized that I made a video about my first time at MEPs, which was taking the ASVAB. So if you're interested in that, please go check it out. And I also made a video about my third time at MEPs, which was me actually swearing in. If you're interested in that, also go check that out. But today I'm going to be talking about my second time at MEPs, which was my MEPs physical. If you're interested in that, I'm going to be doing a story time, so just keep watching. I'm also going to be letting you guys know some good news that I received today. My recruiter called me and he gave me my job and my ship date. Yay! I'm going to be telling you guys what those are at the end of the video, so if you're interested, keep watching till the end. But I'm about to get right into the story time, so let's get started. Okay guys, so I'm going to do my best and try and remember all the details, but it's been about 2 months, so please bear with me. I'm going to start from the day before. So I had to go meet with my recruiter because we had to make sure I had all my documents, my paperwork was good, and also make a job list. When I got there, I didn't like the job list that I was doing, so he told me I could wait till the day after I got my physical and we can figure it out the next day. He weighed me and make sure that I was the proper weight, and I was. He made me watch a video that told me what to expect at MEPs. He also made sure I had my birth certificate, social security card, diploma, and then some paperwork that I needed for MEPs when I went to go get my physical. After that, he told me, okay, this is the address for the hotel you're going to be staying at. And then by the time we left, it was like 6 o'clock, and the drive to MEPs is about 45 to 50 minutes. My boyfriend was actually driving me there. I got to the house at about 6, and then my boyfriend picked me up about 6:10, so we were rushing. And we get 5 minutes into the drive to the hotel, and then I realized, oh my gosh, I forgot my glasses. Definitely needed my glasses, or I would probably be disqualified because I wouldn't pass my vision test. We had to put the pedal to the metal. We went all the way back, and I grabbed my glasses, and then we headed to the hotel. The drive was about 45 to 50 minutes. He got us there in about 35 minutes. Shout out to my boyfriend. I love you. I appreciate you. But yeah, we got there on time. It was like 7 o'clock. I checked in. The lady asked for my ID, and I believe she also asked for my social. I'm not sure if that's correct, but she asked for my ID and something else. And then she handed me some paperwork, told me to read it and fill it out. She also handed me 2 pamphlets. She told me to check in on the sign-in sheet, and then she said be back before 8:30. That's our mandatory meeting. By the way, the room was pretty cool. It had a TV, a foosball table. People were lounging around and talking. There was about maybe 20 people in there just chilling. It seems like it would have been a cool spot to chill in, but I was like trying to hang out with my boyfriend. Did all of that, and then I was back for this mandatory meeting at 8:30. There was like 5 people in the room. No one was paying attention. She made us watch a video, and then we all left. So yeah, I'm guessing it wasn't actually mandatory. They just said that. Also, my recruiter told me that the mandatory check-in time was 7 p.m. but I didn't find out till the next time I went to MEPs and stayed at the hotel that there is no 7 p.m. mandatory check-in time. At least this hotel. I called her because I was late, and she said,
well, we don't start checking in until like 1 in the morning.
Something like that. And I was like, wow. But I understand they want us to be punctual and on time. After the mandatory meeting wasn't mandatory at all. I didn't go to my room until like 11:30 because, you know, YOLO. I'm so embarrassed that I just said YOLO. Like, does anyone even say that anymore? I don't know. Lights out was 10. I went to bed at like 1-ish because I took my shower the night before. And then wake up call was going to be at 4, and we had to be down for breakfast by 4:30. I did not get a wake up call, but I did set an alarm. I set one for 3:30, but I didn't wake up until like 4:15. Shame on me. Like I said, we had to be down for breakfast by 4:30. I wasn't down for breakfast till like 4:45, 4:50. And so the people who were in charge of us came looking for me. They were like,
where are you? Where have you been?
And I'm like, I'm so sorry. It took me a little extra time to get ready because I woke up a little bit late. They weren't mad or anything, but they were just like,
okay, well, please, come on.
And so they took my pamphlets that they gave us the night before and my card to my room. And then I ate breakfast for like 3 minutes. I ate a couple pieces of fruit, and then they told us to line up and get ready to get on the shuttle. They made us line up by our roommates, and I did not have a roommate. I was very happy about that. I got a whole room to myself. So I lined up by myself, and then they said all girls go to the front and all boys go to the back. And then we went out of the hotel. The girls got on a shuttle and the boys got on a big old bus because there's more boys than girls. That's just how it is for some reason. Like I said in my last video, girls were holding it down. We drove about 20 minutes to MEPS, and then once we got in there, we had to wait to go through security for about 15 to 20 minutes. I was very sleepy. Once we did, they scanned us to make sure we didn't have anything crazy on us, like weapons. Hopefully no one is that stupid or crazy to bring weapons to MEPS. Once we went through security, everyone went up to the 10th floor, which was like where the liaison's office and medical stuff like that was. And I checked in at my liaison's office. He gave me a name tag, took all my paperwork, and he told me to have my ID and my social security card on me. Also, I don't know if y'all know, be prepared. Like when you go to MEPS, you have to dress appropriately, like sweatpants, t-shirt, or jeans t-shirt, nothing, no leggings, no like crazy short shorts, no sleeveless things. I made that mistake my first time at MEPS, and I had to wait to take my ASVAB, so just heads up. Also closed-toed shoes and socks. And you also want to wear appropriate underwear. That's another thing my recruiter told me the day before. Like, they will send you home if you don't have on the appropriate clothing. Anyways, once I got my name tag and checked in, I took some of the paperwork that my recruiter gave me the day before, and I headed to medical department. I waited in line. You'll find out if you haven't been to MEPS before that MEPS consists of a lot of waiting around, sitting around, waiting for people to tell you what to do next. I waited, and then once I was finally called up, I did my vision and my depth perception test. The guy that did my test was really nice. He kind of gave me a little nudge and helped me a little bit. I messed up on something. He was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Oh my God, thank you." Like, he's not gonna tell you what to do, but like he gave me a little push, and I really appreciated that. People were really friendly. I heard a lot of people have different experience. When people at MEPS are not as friendly, but these people were friendly. After I did my depth perception and my vision test, which I passed both, by the way, I went up and I went to the next room, and that was my hearing test. Now there were 3 people that were doing the hearing tests with me. We went into this little room, and it was like almost a closet, and there were booths, and we all had to sit in a booth, and each booth was separated by a wall, and they had earphones on the wall. We put the earphones on, and the lady said, click the button if you hear a beep, even if it's like the faintest beep, click it. And the tones are kind of like beep 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 beep. Don't laugh at me. He also told us not to go crazy with the button. Only click it one time, because apparently a lot of people go crazy and hit the button a lot. But yeah, I passed my hearing test. It was about 5 minutes in there. After my hearing test, they told everyone who had had their eyes, hearing, and depth perception test to go and sit in the waiting room. And then from there, we all waited for another 10 minutes, and then we were taken to another room. It was kind of like a classroom. There were desks, and then there was a projector in front of us, and we sat there. We were given pen and pencil, and then we filled out paperwork and organized our paperwork so it would be quick and easy for the doctors to fill out what we needed to have filled out. We were in there for about an hour watching PowerPoints and listening to them talk. And then when it was time to get up, they took our breathalyzers to make sure we weren't drunk or anything, because believe it or not, people have come to MEPS drunk, which is crazy. Once we passed our breathalyzer test, then we were sent to the waiting room again, where we waited on our doctor's interviews. The doctor's interview is very important at MEPS because everything you tell the doctor, it needs to match up with what you tell your recruiter. Before you go to MEPS, your recruiter should ask you, like, have you ever had any surgeries, broken bones, anything wrong with you? And you tell him everything that is wrong with you. He puts it in the system and your paperwork and everything. And you go to MEPS, the doctor who takes your doctor's interview sees that, and he asks you questions to make sure everything matches up. It's very important that it matches up. If it doesn't match up, you can get disqualified or sent home. So you're welcome for telling you that. If your recruiter didn't tell you that, that's pretty crazy, because he should have told you that. Yeah, in the doctor's interview, they don't touch you yet. They just ask you and make sure all your paperwork is correct and matches up. So after that, I waited some more, of course. And then I went and took my P test. When you go and take your P test, you stand in like a little bathroom stall. It has no doors on it. If you're a girl, they'll probably have a woman watch you, but they do watch you when you pee. So You have to pull your pants down. They give you a cup. She says, pee in this, and she looks at you like this. And you pee in a cup, and then you bring it out. You give it to the doctor, and he takes the pee and he pours it in a tube for drug test and then another tube for a pregnancy test. Yeah, then you're good to go. You go wash your hands. And then I went down the hall, and then I got my blood drawn. I sat in a chair. It was just like if you ever donated blood, that's what it's like. He pokes you, takes some blood. It's actually not as bad as giving blood because he only takes like a little bit of blood, not a whole pint or whatever it is. The only thing I had to wait on then was the body physical and like the duck walk, all that stuff. So I waited for about 30 minutes for that, and then me and 3 other girls were called into a room. We were told to take off our clothes except for our bra and our underwear and put like a little paper robe thing on. And then we waited, and then they told us that we would be doing little exercises. I was only expecting to do the duck walk, but they made us do a lot of things. They were easy things, but it was like doing this, and it was just like little things to make sure your joints and bones worked fine. And then we did the duck walk. Some of the girls had trouble doing some of the exercises, but everyone got it eventually. After we did the exercises and everyone passed them, we were told to take off everything, including our bra and underwear, and then just come back out with the robe. And we sat and we waited, and I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting this part. Like, no one told me about this part. They said it was a full body physical, but I thought like heart, eyes, ears. But once I was called in for my full body physical, I got in the room. She said, open up. Had to open up my robe, had nothing on. I had lay on my back. She checked my breast for any lumps, and then then she told me close the top half of my robe, bend your knees, put your knees up, and then spread them. So that was probably the worst part at MEPS. It was very uncomfortable for me. For some people it might have not been, but it was very uncomfortable for me. One, because I wasn't really expecting it, but it was fine. And then the next thing she checked was my heart, which is where the issue came in. She was listening to my heart, and she said, have you ever had a heart murmur? And I was like, please, are you serious? Like, this is my last thing that I have to do here today. Please don't tell me I'm not gonna be able to swear in because of a heart murmur. And
I was like, no, I've never had a heart murmur before. I've never heard of that. What's wrong? Do you hear something?
She was like, yes, you have a heart murmur, but it's fine. And I was like, oh, okay, good, it's fine. But she was like, but you're not gonna be able to swear in today. We're gonna have to schedule you a consultation, and then you can come back and swear in if everything's okay. I was so upset because I had been there for about 6 hours. I was just like, seriously? Yeah, so I couldn't swear in, but I did have to do some more waiting. So I waited, and then they filled out my paperwork. They wrote on my paperwork that I would need a consultation. So I waited for another hour, and then I ate lunch, and then they sent me back to my liaison's office, and they said, okay, go ahead and call your ride, blah, 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 blah. I called my recruiter, and he was like, oh. It was really scary that they told me I had a heart murmur, because he had told me someone who was trying to join the Air Force through him before to MEPS and had a heart murmur and failed after their consultation because life-threatening heart regurgitation, like at any moment their heart could stop beating. So they were disqualified. So when I heard I had a heart murmur and it was heart regurgitation, I was like, oh my gosh. I failed MEPS. I was super sad, especially because I was trying to leave before November, but it's fine. I eventually went back to MEPS for my consultation. I passed, I got cleared to go, and today I got my ship date and my job. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what those are. What is my job? Drum roll please. My job is Cyber Systems Operations. Yay! Which is amazing because I wanted a computer job. I was going for cyber transport systems, but that job is just as good for me. Next up, what is my leave date? Drum roll please. January 1st. Yes, I leave January 1st, 2019, New Year's Day, which is fine for me. I still get to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving, and so that's fine. I have to leave New Year's Day. Totally worth it. I'm super happy with my leave day. I'm super happy with my job. I could not be happier. I got one of my top 3 picks. I'm extremely excited for what is to come for me. I'm going to get my degree in the Air Force, finish my bachelor's degree, and maybe even try for my master's. I plan to get out in 4 years, but who knows what may come. I may want to stay in. But yeah, that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have more questions about my leave date, my ship date, my job, my MEPS experience, please comment below. I'm very active in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. Comment, like, subscribe. Continue to follow me on my Air Force journey. I will continue to post videos and document my life even after I get out of BMT. Thank y'all for watching and have a nice night. Bye.
Second stop we didn't make, can't find no business getting late. I might just pull over on